What if Naruto had Anti-Chakra Part 3? As Team 7 walk down the road towards the Land of Waves, Sakura tries making conversation with Sasuke, but as always he just ignored her, which annoyed Naruto a little bit. He was trying to comprehend why he always acts this way, pushing people to the side who try and show him any kind of kindness. Naruto then tries talking to Sakura, but she just held her nose up in the air, like a dog when they're annoyed with you, or when someone thinks they're so much better than you are. Naruto gets a bit saddened by this, but goes back to thinking about his anti-chakra and ways to apply it to his missions. He tries recreating the signs for the fireball jutsu in his head, but having never learned the jutsu, he couldn't quite get the order right. But as Naruto was thinking about all of this, he could feel a kind of warmth coming from a nearby puddle. And after being around ninjas so long and knowing how his anti-chakra works, could tell that it's a sensation of someone's chakra being moulded. Naruto gives Kakashi a look, and he nods back, surprised that his student also noticed it, because it was quite a minute detail. The moment the Demon Brothers jump out to attack Tazuna, Naruto was already attacking one of them, and had a shadow clone attacking the other. Now, here's where something very strange happens. When the shadow clone lands a punch on the enemy ninja, the shadow clone disappears, but not in the normal plume of smoke. The energy released seemed to enter the ninja. Everyone gets confused seeing this, until the ninja drops to the ground out of exhaustion. It seems like the anti-chakra in his body knocked him out from the inside, when in reality, when the anti-chakra entered his body, the positive chakra was contained into one point, effectively sealing the chakra completely, for the time being at least. Naruto could also feel that his anti-chakra didn't return to his body, leaving him slightly weakened, about half power in the meantime. After Naruto single-handedly took out both brothers, Kakashi starts his interrogation, asking what they wanted and who they were working for and with. They don't get much out of one of them, but the one who had his chakra sealed was all too willing to talk. He was scared of Naruto after being beaten by one touch. It felt like his entire life force had been stripped away. He even looked a bit older and more frail than his brother did. Team 7 learned that the Demon Brothers are working for a man named Gato, and that he had also hired 2 hidden mist ninja. One of them they hadn't really seen, as he liked to keep out of the way and in the shadows, but from what they heard he was quite powerful. And the other is the wielder of the Executioner's Blade, the Demon of the Mist, Zabuza Momocha. Kakashi's eyes widen when hearing all of this, and told Tazuna that they had to go back to the village to gather higher ranked shinobi right now, and while taking the Demon Brothers with them. The group asks what was so special about this man, but Kakashi explains that Zabuza is one of the 7 swordsmen of the Mist, handpicked by the Mizukage as the strongest in their village. And of all of them, Zabuza is the most violent. While walking back to the village, they all listen to Kakashi telling the story of how Zabuza got his nickname, Demon of the Mist. While walking though, Naruto was only half listening, as he was wondering why his anti-chakra hadn't returned to his body yet. It's been several hours since the shadow clone disappeared after all. But suddenly a heavy mist descended on the group, and Kakashi starts visibly shaking. He knew he could fight Zabuza one-on-one, but the thought of his students getting in the way or getting hurt reminded him of his own team back in the day. they got killed because of him. Kakashi immediately lifted his headband. His eye illuminated through the mist with a red glow, as Zabuza chuckled, walking through the mist, surprised to see that Kakashi of the Sharingan was here. Kakashi got ready to fight and noticed something he didn't notice before. One of the demon brothers, his chakra wasn't circulating inside his body. It was cut off from the rest of his network and was condensed inside the centre of his chest, looking like it was almost struggling against something to get out. It then clicked in his mind. That barrier he sees around the chakra must be Naruto's shadow clone. He turns to Naruto and quickly told him all of this, and told Naruto to be ready to release the jutsu when he tells him to. Kakashi grabs the Chunin and throws him at Zabuza, who chuckled at the thought of someone as strong as Kakashi literally throwing someone at him. He's literally using a human shield at this point. But Kakashi laughs himself and says, "No, not a human shield, a human explosion." He shouts now, and before Zabuza could get away, Naruto releases the jutsu, and the Chunin's chakra violently pushes back to the rest of his body with such force that his chakra explodes from it, sending pieces of him all over the battlefield, injuring Zabuza greatly. Team 7 stand there in utter shock at what happened, but Naruto felt something else: tremendous guilt. He had not only been the cause of someone's death, but the person who he basically killed was used to nearly kill someone else. Kakashi looks back, seeing Naruto's face, knowing what he was thinking, having a flashback to after Rin's death, washing the blood from his hands over and over again. Kakashi ties Zabuza up and puts a sealing tag onto him to restrain him. He's coming to the village as well. He then pulls Naruto to the side and tells him those men wanted to kill us. They wanted to kill your friends. I know it's not the best situation to be in, especially at such a young age, and I'm sorry for making you do that and putting you through it when you weren't ready. But because of you, they can't hurt anyone else. Kakashi says all this, and he could see that Naruto did understand, and he knows that Naruto will change from this experience. But he is quite worried about how it will affect him. They take the two ninja back to the village and to the Hokage, who imprisons them both, and gives Team 7 the bounty for both Zabuza and the Demon Brothers. Or should I just say demon, as one of them is kind of sticky paste on the floor outside of the village. The Hokage questions Kakashi as to what happened, and Kakashi was about to tell him the truth, but Naruto chimes in, the first thing he has said in hours. Naruto tells Hiruzen that they just came out of nowhere. They held us up trying to take our money, but thankfully they were able to stop them. Kakashi looks down at Naruto, happy that maybe his kind-hearted nature hasn't been changed by the events of the past few hours. Kakashi agrees with this, as it was clear they would be able to finish the mission now that Zabuza was out of the way. Fairly easily dealt with, to be fair. The Hokage obviously knows that they are lying, but doesn't question it, and tells them to get going. They still have a mission to complete after all. They head out of the mansion and back on the road, when Sasuke asks why Naruto did that, to which Naruto told him that this was their mission to complete, and if the old man knew what really happened, he would put another team on it instead. Besides Zabuza has already been dealt with. The only person left to take care of is the person that's working with him. Sasuke looks surprised at Naruto's sudden work ethic, but he does notice a slight shift in his demeanour. He looks more confident in himself and his own abilities, which does leave Sasuke a little jealous at how Naruto managed to deal with the brothers and was instrumental in stopping Zabuza. After a few hours, they do make it to the Land of Waves and to Tazuna's house for whatever comes their way next. I'm gonna leave it here, and I would like to know if you could want to put it in the comments or anything like that of what Haku will do next without Zabuza. I mean, I know it's been in a few of my what ifs where they're separated, but it's normally because Zabuza's dead at that point. But Zabuza's alive and in the village, so what would Haku do? But anyway, let me know if you liked the video, and if you did, hit the thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, why not subscribe if you do like the videos? But as always, with that being said, I'll see you later. Bye.